Yo, guys, another episode of Vibes from the Six. You already know what it is. The regular panel isn't here, but we got a all-star cast as always. Let's get the show started. You already know what it is. Do me a favor, hit that like button, that subscribe button. We got a poll question in the poll section already, and let's get the show started. Okay. Yes, people. What's going on? It's the Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another show. Today, what we're going to be talking about, the Chelsea Arsenal match and the comments Thomas Tuchel has made after the match, almost seeming like he's under some pressure after a preseason game. It's kind of crazy with fans having Tuchel out trending. I don't get that. But yesterday, Chelsea were woeful. Arsenal were looking good. You got Manchester City coming out, beating Bayern Munich 1-0. Haaland scoring in 12 minutes. You have Tottenham looking at more transfer business. People talking about Tottenham potentially upsetting the apple cart with Man City and Liverpool at the top of the table. You have Darwin Nunez coming back after all the haters getting at Darwin Nunez, banging 4 goals past whoever you guys scored past. I think it was Leipzig the other day, and Darwin Nunez silencing some haters, in addition to Manchester United being in the news because their transfer with Jong might be falling apart, and Barcelona coming from deep to take Kounde from Chelsea. You already know what I mean. Anyways, big up to everyone in the comment section. We got the regulars in the house. George in the house saying, be excited, United fans. You're about to get Tielemans next week, pushing for the deal. We're going to see about that. Also, guys, Alan has started a new journey. He has officially finally started his YouTube channel. And yes, I misspelled his last name. He's going to get on to me. I'm sorry about that. Go follow Alan on his YouTube channel right now, guys, if you can. Big up to Alan. We have Kaz in the house. AK is going to be joining us at some point also. We got Daniel, Man City fan. Big up to Daniel. He's one of your boys, Dabs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's a few of them in here. They're all good people, man. All good people. Daniel, Raheem, all of them.
And I see that even when I'm talking about Arsenal. Big up Gunnar, smash the like.
They love all football. These City lot, they love all football, bro. They're not. They're the type. You'll end up subscribing to all your channels because they're good football people.
Yeah, we got Boots and Bands.
Whoever guys, just sent Tuchel out, get out of here.
Nah, Tuchel out was trending. That wasn't real news. Boots and Bands said, big up Boots and Bands, bigging up me and Dabs, of course, bro. Shout out to him. Go follow him on his YouTube channel also. Unfortunately, his TikTok account, over 100K followers, just got taken down by TikTok. They're so ruthless.
Good. Didn't shout me out, did it?
What?
You want to big up that snap, but you couldn't shout me out, Buds.
No, Cass. He's one of the family. Don't do that.
I know who he is, man. He meant to come on yesterday. Oh no, never have found.
Okay.
But you don't shout me out. I hope it keeps shutting down.
Don't do that. And why not is back, bro. I don't know if you know, bro. It's super emotional if that ever happened to you. So I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would. I mean, the 4 people that follow me on TikTok, man, I'll be so ashamed.
100,000, bro. I'd be gone.
Wait, what? 100,000 followers?
And they took it, bro.
Nah, it's a long day.
Long. But yo, guys, go follow him on his YouTube channel. And the pin message, don't forget today, Alan. Go follow Alan. We already have 71 people in the building. What a beautiful sight this is. Only 3 minutes in. Do me a favor, beautiful. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'm trying to get to 15,000 subscribers before the new season. I don't know if that's too ambitious, but let's see if we can do that. Guys, let's get into it. We have a lot to cover, but there's nowhere else to begin but yesterday's game. Arsenal versus Chelsea. We witnessed Arsenal prepared for the preseason, and we witnessed a Chelsea side for the first time in, I think, a couple years. They looked like they were not prepared at all. This was the first time where I haven't seen a Chelsea team prepared for a preseason. They went out there. We played a strong side. I thought they played a strong side, but they changed it up and went 4 at the back, and they were looking shaky. At the end, we won the game 4-0, and they couldn't do anything. They didn't string any good passes together. They couldn't get into a final third. They couldn't create any chances. Their midfield was distraught. And defensively, we kept getting you guys in one-on-ones the whole entire game. So, Bice, what do you have to say about this, bro? Because to me, you guys were just woeful, man.
Woo! It's getting hot in here.
That woeful is not even the answer, bro. Shocking.
Was that nice?
Bice, go on. No, that wasn't nice. That was horrible. But Bice. Time to come back, bro. You have to do it for Mo, bro. Come on.
Yo, listen, yeah. First things first. It's just preseason. Let's just get that out the way. It's preseason. Yeah. Congrats. They got the Florida Cup. It's all well and done. Florida Cup champs 2022. Here we go.
You'll never win that. You'll never win that. Florida Cup. You'll never win that.
Egal, be comfortable. He can replace that with Champions of Europe. We have to be careful with them ones.
But listen, I knew I had a feeling we might lose, in all honesty. However, I never expected us to lose like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying, it's like it's not that you lose, it's how you lose, man. We didn't look compact. We kept getting overloaded one-on-one. It wasn't even one-on-ones, it was two-on-ones constantly. Jorginho was just non-existent in that lone 6 role. I mean, he was taking the ball, he was getting the ball well, but couldn't create a pass. Thiago Silva wasn't being allowed any time on the ball. Saka didn't have a great game. He scored, but he didn't have a good game. And the fact that you guys could win without Saka having a good game, it kind of irritated me to another level. Trevor, like, we played a back four, and you guys have seen the timeline on Twitter. You guys have seen all the rumors, the rumblings. Everybody's saying that's what we should play. Tuchel ball is terrorist football. Why are we playing a back three? The minute we switch to a back four against Arsenal, look what happens. Every individual mistake got highlighted. Every single thing that we were preaching on the timeline. This is why we play a back three. This is why we play the way we play. It was clear as day for everybody to see in Florida. Did you know that they sold out that stadium in Florida? That's the first time it's been sold out. A football match has sold out that stadium for Chelsea to take a 4-0 beating in front of everybody. Like, my friends were FaceTiming me there. Because my friend sat a couple seats behind Troops. Yo, boys, your boys ain't good. Well, I'm having to see everybody just pressure me on the timeline, bro. I had to turn my phone on. It's ridiculous, bro.
Bro, hold on. You've got a United fan acting like this. This is mad, bro.
It's ridiculous, bro.
It's just the way he's explaining it. It's funny.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, if I show you my FaceTime log right now, bro, I have so many missed calls. I had to block so many people for like 5 hours, bro. It's just ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous, but good on you guys. You look good. Jesus looks good. Sterling, the few times they got the ball to the attack, he looked very direct. He looked dangerous, but we just couldn't capitalize. When we switched to a back three, you can admit it, the game looked different, but by then we already lost it, man. We already lost it.
Before we move on to everyone else on the panel, big up to what is his name?
ETH trash. Tottenham have no pool, so clearly
trash. Tottenham have no pool.
Say what it is, bro. Crazy. Exactly as it says on the tin.
So he said Saliba. Big up for the super chat, bro. Man said Saliba had Chelsea in his pocket. Our tank. Yo, Saliba's been quality, man. But let's get into it. I know Dabs. I know Kaz. You guys spoke about it a lot recently. What was that?
Whoa.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kaz. What were you thinking about the game, bro? Because I know
all I'm gonna say, is just see Chelsea suffering, see my arm there, just inject it into my veins, bro. Love to hear it. Since you know what it is, Chelsea fans been coming at me since I've been calling out Kai Havertz for his absolute, woeful performances in the last 2 years, and hasn't actually been called out by nobody, because I got bored of the whole Nunez thing. And I thought, all right, Chelsea fans are trying to jump onto what's it called, Liverpool fans. And I thought, like, wait, hold on. You got somebody up front that can't even hit the back of the net either. He's hit the back of the net 12 times in the Premier League in 2 seasons. And yesterday, he wasn't hitting buckets. He wasn't hitting nothing. The guy couldn't control the ball. Like, you know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is, right? You lost to a team that, like, preseason matters. I like how the narrative has changed now that preseason does. No, I've been saying it though. It does matter, because especially when you're trying a new system. I'm not saying the result. No, it's not this. It's not this. No, I've always said in preseason important. I would hate to see imagine if Ten Hag lost all them games. Guarantee TalkSport and the rest of it like ETH out. ETH out. But with Chelsea, right? It's not about the result. It's about the performance, and that performance was absolutely in the mud. That's the difference. Arsenal, I couldn't care less if they lost yesterday, like 3-2. Their performance was immense. Like they were staying out wide. They were using the whole pitch. You had the fullbacks a bit more inverted. And when it needed to, they were spraying it as well. Ben White was actually, someone came on, I think it was Big Up Bilal from Top Football Show. He was saying, don't be shocked if you see Ben White at right back playing inverted. It's exactly what he did yesterday. And I was thinking, all right, cool. Jesus was calling ruckus everywhere. Everywhere.
Talk on Zinchenko as well, please.
Yep, Zinchenko's. He kept spraying the ball to Saka, and he made one absolute. And the touch was when he said Saka didn't have a great game. Saka had an immense game.
I thought Saka had a good game.
I thought he was absolutely giving Emerson the runs like he had diarrhea or something like that. Yeah, Reece James got bodied. Don't get me wrong, I rate Reece James, and it's just maybe he's coming up to scratch. But Emerson, yeah, Saka had a good game, and you can see what Arteta, even though I don't really rate him, you can see what Arteta was trying to do on the pitch, and it was perfected. The press, the fundamentals, the fundamentals. I'm not even an Arsenal fan. I like to talk just relevance in it. Like I'm a mutual at this point, and it's not even. I don't really like Arsenal too much. I don't like Chelsea too much either. At the same time, I can appreciate a player when he's playing good, and the performance was absolutely good. The press, the fundamentals were there. You lot look shocking. Like it was can we just talk about Jesus' dink as well? Ice cold. I thought that was Martial with a cold finish there, like he did against Alisson, but that was man. That's all I can really say. What about you, Deps, man? What are you thinking on that?
Someone just put in there. One of the comments. No, someone just put it.
It was like his finish, the dink.
So someone just put a comment about Arsenal's press already looks better than last season. You know why that is?
Zinchenko in the first 45 minutes.
And Jesus.
Bro. Listen, I haven't been on your channel every time I talk to you telling you about these man. And forget when people want to talk about Jesus' goals or any of that. You've just bought two players that have been playing under Pep for 4 or 5 years, playing system football and winning leagues. Yeah. So see what? And right now, Arsenal as a football club and some of your fan base are being mocked by a lot of people. Do you think fucking Jesus and Zinchenko have come to Arsenal to be fucking mocked? So do you think if some of your players are not putting shifts in, they're not going to go, no, I have not come here to be taken for a fucking dickhead. I left Man City, put a shift in. This is how you press. They are winners, bro. You've bought 2 Premier League winners. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. They're not there to be taken the piss out of by Chelsea or any Tottenham or anyone else. That's what you've got from us. So thank me later. You can thank me now.
Bro, I will take another City player from you right now. Alan, Rack, are you guys there?
Do you want Mendy? You can have Mendy.
I'll let Alan go first. Alan, what do you think about Arsenal's Chelsea's preseason game?
So I'll say the same as what I said in space. It was a good performance. Arsenal looked more settled. They know what they're doing. They've got an identity about them, which obviously kicks on from last season. Chelsea look a mess, but it is also just pre-season. The amount of times I've seen a Spurs team have a good pre-season only to go and finish 10th or 12th when I was younger. Same with other teams having a bad pre-season to go on and win the league. It's just pre-season. Chelsea have a lot of work to do, but I have no doubt that when it gets to the start of the season, they'll be more organised and harder to beat. But at the moment, it is funny. I'm just watching what I say because I know second game of the season we played them away, and traditionally it doesn't matter how bad Chelsea are, we end up losing away to Chelsea. So I'm just expecting a hard game. I'm expecting a structured Chelsea when it comes to it. So I'm just not getting ahead of myself. They'll do business as well, but it's looking very unsettled at Chelsea, and I don't know whether it's a combination of Tuchel not having the right system for the players not being good enough now at the club, whether it be the management, the team not being able to buy the right players, or whether it's all three.
Werner is a bum.
Who's a bum?
Timo Werner is a bum.
All right. It's just one of them things. I mean, it might all come together. It could be that you don't have, you don't get the right people in, and your team, you struggle this season. But I'll have to say, I admit that Arsenal looked good, but it is still only pre-season.
It looked amazing.
Looks like the new 2 players have come in and settled in. Maybe Arteta's picked the right people to come in for his system. Obviously, you have to look at still, I think Jesus hasn't scored more than 14 this season. Will he be unlocked this season at Arsenal? Only time will tell. But if you, on the surface of things, it looks really good for Arsenal and really bad for Chelsea.
Boom. We're gonna talk about the next topic soon. I'm just gonna let Rack go. Before we let Rack go, I just wanted to address a comment. Someone said they're asking where Hussam is. Just to let you guys know, I said it on the last stream, and I'm gonna say it again this stream. Hussam has decided he will no longer be on the Vibes from the Six show. He's gonna be focusing on his own channel, and all respects to him, it's no beef or anything like that. It's just literally he's just focusing on his own channel, and that's my boy. You know what I mean? But yo, Rack, what are you saying? What are you saying today with the whole Chelsea situation? Do you blame the players or do you blame the manager? Because we haven't really gotten on who to blame in this situation. I know Bice is blaming the players. What about you?
Yeah, look, I mean, the whole blame
bombs.
game. They both as with most things. It's a bit of a cliche, right? Win as a team, lose as a team. They both need to take a bit of accountability, and it's no one party's fault. What I thought was going to be interesting, because you've seen it bubbling over this kind of close season. Chelsea fans getting a bit more, nervous about how things are going, and I just had that feeling that if they lost against Arsenal, I wasn't even expecting it to be the kind of loss it ended up being, that you were going to see a massive outpouring of I don't want to say reactionism, because I think some of their concerns are well founded, but yeah, that's exactly what you got. I mean, Spaces straight away after that game, people were going mad, and I don't know. The thing is, this transition that Chelsea want to go through. Liverpool have been through it. I think United are going through it a little bit. City have obviously, they've come out pretty well from it. The whole going more towards an analytical approach to recruitment and things like that. Problem is that takes time, and you can't just expect for a guy to come in like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and for him to start recruiting. I mean, there's no director of football in. You don't know what they're scouting.
Look what somebody just sent me.
Was it a new striker? Yet?
You're really suffering, bro. You're really suffering, guys. I really want to have an open discussion about this, because I think avoiding Tuchel of any blame is wrong, and putting all the blame on the players is also wrong, in my opinion. There's a combination of both. You have to meet somewhere in the middle, where Thomas Tuchel is the manager.
You want me to be fair?
Yeah.
I'm not emotional. All right. Yesterday's game. Yo, Laurie, I'm not proper Chelsea. Don't get me mixed up with them guys.
Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Let's have it right.
Pause.
Let's have it right.
Listen, man. Listen.
Go ahead, bro. Don't lose composure.
Thomas Tuchel should be doing better with these players. I understand certain guys are there, and I understand what it is. However, some guys, as good as they are not good enough for what we want to do, and there's nothing wrong. Wait,
you just said it's just preseason, though, right?
It is. However,
by man
you
now,
just finished saying Kai Havertz has scored more than 12 goals in 2 years of Premier League football. Timo Werner last season broke the record for most chances missed in Europe's top 5 leagues.
Talking it, bro. Talking it more.
Not
Sterling's supposed to hit numbers with that guy through the middle. Come on, bro.
Bro,
Sterling's going to become a scapegoat.
Yep.
Raz, I'm hearing guys say, what did Raz do yesterday? I saw Raz drop deep and still couldn't get a ball. We had to get him in transition, bro. These as much as these guys on the timeline and these football purists say we play terrorist football with a back three, I don't believe it. A formation doesn't do shit with good football, bro. Burnley play a back four. Do you like watching their football? Bournemouth play a back four. Norwich play a back four. Do you like any of the football? So it's not a back four doesn't equal good football. What equals good football? How you move the ball through the thirds of the pitch, the passing patterns, the build-up play, chance creation, and chance finishing. We do 2-3 out of this stuff well. The chance creation is piss poor. The chance finishing is piss poor. When you have guys that, when the drop-off is Kovacic to Loftus-Cheek.
Woo!
You see what I'm saying? From Mateo Kovacic, who was in a World Cup final.
Kovacic is a bad boy, by the way. I rate him.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Best younger human have, I believe.
It's
What I heard
crazy,
on the
bro.
timeline.
When you guys can't tell me that Hakim Ziyech is a bad footballer. You guys can't tell me that Kovacic is a bad footballer. You guys
Well, no,
can't-
because you lot have told us too many times they're good
Bro.
footballers, but I'm yet to see it from Ziyech, to be honest. So,
Yeah, bro, I saw Ziyech for a month and a half.
but you lot
with
tell
us
me he's
points.
good, so I'll take your word
Ziyech
for it.
won
Like
us the
last season, I
most
took your
points
word
out
for
of
it. You're
any
going to win the
Chelsea
league.
player last season. He won us the most points. A lot of people would ignore that. For
Where did
between
that
the
get
months
you?
of December to February, when we were drawing games, it was a Ziyech assist or a Ziyech goal. I'm not making this stuff up, but they'll tell me
Yeah,
that
I
bias.
believe you.
You're a Ziyech
Yeah, I
stan,
believe you.
of course.
Joking
You're a
aside,
Sterling
I'm not
stan,
going to
of
knock
course.
Ziyech, to be fair.
No, you know what I'm saying? But these guys, these players, bro, as amazing as they are, what they do and what we require, they're not doing it. They're just not doing it. Timo Werner came out and said he needed more game time.
Oh, fuck.
And then he got the game time. What did he do?
Nothing.
He got the ball stuck under his cleats. I thought I was watching Kai. The ball was getting stuck under his cleats. He was that first.
No, he can score in the Champions League final.
I'm
So it's
finished.
all okay.
Let me just ask everyone a simple question. Instead of player and manager, what do you think is the biggest issue at Chelsea? Because for me, it's the imbalance and the lack of preparation for this window, for this season.
No
You
one
know,
else needs to speak.
there's a lot of things, man. Because you got look at the whole back end of back end, if you want to call it that, of the team of the club has been ripped out. The whole way they're doing things is going to be changing, and it's not easy just to come in there. Like I'm obviously I don't really care about Todd Bowley, but he's kind of coming in from nowhere. Everything right?
No.
Good.
Some comment through
Okay.
Carry on.
And
It's
so
good for the channel.
it's not going to be easy. This is why I say, like, the whole transition for Chelsea, they've gone from a club where Roman basically will just pull out his checkbook as and when necessary, to a situation where they're going to try and be more analytical. But that takes time, man. Like I have serious fears about Chelsea. Even some of their recruitment. Like I know people are saying Koulibaly great signing. He could be.
You know what our recruitment has been for the past 15 years. Let's just poach guys. Let's just poach guys.
Yeah, the difference is, right, when you've got a lot of money, then a lot of money can cover up some of those failures, right? Because if you buy a Timo Werner, maybe you can replace him with somebody else who's another £100 million striker. If that doesn't work, you can replace another. And that's not going to happen on the Todd Bowley. And so for rivals, it's going to to be funny, right? I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not getting carried away.
In the long run, it's the right thing.
These guys, they told me I was going to be liquidated a couple months ago.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get carried away with Chelsea.
I don't think they're in the mud. Chelsea will come out in the long run. Chelsea will come out better out of this. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's a season or two of pain to go along with that.
Bro, there are members of my fan base who want Pochettino to come to my football club. They're saying sack Tuchel now and bring Poch in.
Listen,
with all due respect to what Poch did at Spurs.
Tuchel deserves a fucking come on, man. People put some respect on how Tuchel managed a shit season last season. That's dead.
Bro, I have people who said they want Pochettino at Arsenal, they want Simeone, they want Allegri, defensive managers at Arsenal. So imagine, I don't know, man.
Did they ask for Graham Potter?
Bro, there are people asking for Graham Potter.
You know what? But for Chelsea fans to ask for some defensive managers, it's a bit mad, because wasn't this supposed to be the one good thing from Roman leaving, is that you might get a manager that comes in and gets to express himself and actually play the way he wants. Then after a couple of bad results, they now want defensive managers again. No,
bro, this is the first window where Roman is not.
It's a pre-season, man. Calm down.
Yeah, this is the first window where a manager is actually running the window, and the lack of preparation and the indirection is visible. I don't know.
This is the first time a manager has run the window since Jose Mourinho.
I think it's just basically what happened what happened with Roman happened. I think they've just been slow.
That's not me, bro.
I know it's not. It's Jack. It's Jack Napier. It's Jack Napier. He's letting go, man.
I just think they've been very slow to react with everything since then in regards to the transfer window. I mean, even the style of play. I don't think it suits what Tuchel's trying to do. But then he's the manager. Is he trying to do something? I don't know. Like I said, it is a bit of a mess there at the moment. But I just think it will get sorted. You know, I don't think it's not going to have the money to spend. I mean, they bought Sterling and Koulibaly. It was kind of weird because everyone was saying dead club, finished club. And then when they signed Sterling and Koulibaly, everyone was like, they're back. and everyone's because of a bad performance. It's
Reactionary football, bro.
Exactly. I think people just need to calm
Fan
down.
base is the most toxic, spoiled fan base I've seen in a long time.
Don't get me wrong.
Even Max is agreeing.
A couple of weeks ago on this show, I was laughed at for saying I think Spurs would comfortably get above Chelsea, and finish third. And I got laughed at saying, "No way are we going to get above Chelsea."
I actually co-signed you on that. I think Tottenham will finish above Chelsea, and I think Chelsea is actually.
Currently, I think so as well.
I think
Chelsea need. You think this Chelsea team's going to do madnesses in the league? This Chelsea team, this current one.
It's not about madness. It's not madness. It's just.
You can't accept reality, bro. Tottenham's got a better squad than you right now.
I've seen it before, and I'm gonna say, I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. These guys just have something about them. When the world need them the most, they vanish like the Avatar. They do. It's not. I'm not making it up. You know what I mean? They have the Avatar moments. You know what I'm saying? When the world need them the most. You know.
He's getting ready.
You know.
Let me cut you right there, yeah. You know what it is? You're afraid of change, bro. Things happen, change. Man City became a superpower in the world. It happened, bro. That's the way. That's the way it is.
Who did what?
Man City became Man City. No one thought Man City were gonna get where they did get to. Things change, bro. Man, you got to remember.
What did we become?
Get him out of here.
Basically, like a superpower within football, isn't it?
All right, carry on.
So that, like Chelsea did. Chelsea only became relevant pretty much in 2004 onwards. It wasn't that far off a City. So that's the reality of it. I'm just saying, Tottenham got Conte, and you lot are absolutely undermining Conte and what he can do, bro. Actually, won the league with Darwin and Ashley Young in the Serie A, bro. When they won the league in how long? Like you're doubting this. Look, you just can't accept it that Tottenham are currently got a better squad than you, and technically they probably domestically they got a better manager.
And look at it when he came in, Conte, like from inheriting the team that he did, and quite a lot of trash. I'll admit that because I'm a Spurs fan. I know we had some dead wood. He was third, if from when he came in, he was the third best performing manager in the league, and now he's getting players in to fit his system and what he wants to do. That's why I reckon, and we're a much settled squad now, and everyone wants to stay, and we haven't got the problem with Harry Kane at the start of last season. That's why I think we're going to finish above them. It's not. I'm not being delusional. I just think it's quite, it's easy to see where I'm coming from.
Yeah, but Chelsea ain't even got a back. You ain't even got a boardroom, if anything. And to be fair, you don't need attackers. If you don't get attackers, I can't see. I'm not joking. If you don't get attackers, I think you're struggling for top four as well.
The biggest.
I think
people talk about.
There'll be a fight.
Let Max go. Let Max go. Oh, Spice is in on it one bit.
But people talk about cultural change, and I've said it for a while. The biggest cultural change is going to need to happen at Chelsea is the fan base. Because the fan base aren't used to being in this position. They've had the odd season where they've performed poorly. But, at the end of the day, they've always had world-class players. They've always had Roman's wallet to fall back upon. And right now, there's a lot of uncertainty. I will say, long-term, this will be the best thing for them. But
I agree.
There's going to be some pain. And it wouldn't surprise me if a few of those maybe less... some of the more flaky Chelsea fans kind of jump ship and... I don't know, maybe pitch up somewhere.
Tuchel out. We already seen Tuchel out anyways, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know what, bro? After how respectful, even when like he was last season, going through a divorce, dealing with everything he had to off the pitch, getting asked questions about his ex-boss and his potential future bosses, sticking up for the fan base, backing their beliefs against racism, everything he did to turn on him during pre-season is fucking insane. I'm sorry, it is insane. Whoever they are, Bice, disown them and tell them to leave your club alone. Up the Chelsea. Pause.
Okay. I think this is a good opportunity to now shift away from the Tuchel conversation and more towards the Jules Kounde situation. Are you guys witnessing what Barcelona is doing this transfer window? They've now gotten Lewandowski after having they've now gotten Rafinha, and you know what? I'm happy they got Rafinha because you see his goal.
Bice is like, for fuck's sake, leave me alone, man.
The goal in the derby, and now Jules Kounde, guys. The Jules Kounde.
Yeah, but they can't.
No, Cass, sit back. Your time will come, bro. Chill out.
No.
We've got to talk to Jong and Barca first, then we can talk on your
time
club
will
and
come.
Barca.
We'll talk about Chelsea, then we'll get to Barca. But first things first, this Jules Kounde stuff. I want to know what is everyone's take on this, because if I'm not mistaken, it's pretty much he's going to be going to Barcelona now. He was linked to Chelsea for almost well over a year. Chelsea had a chance to get him on the window last season, but Sevilla made a madness and Chelsea didn't sign him. This window, they made him wait, and now Barcelona tipped Chelsea to the signing. And this is now another transfer target that they've taken away from you, in addition to taking Christensen, Rafinha, Lewandowski. Bro, it's peak, bro.
Yeah, Barcelona must have nudes on World Football, mate. The amount of business doing with them.
First things first,
it's ridiculous.
Barcelona.
It's absolutely ridiculous. They're churning out wedding after wedding over there. I don't know. They're doing something.
They are the biggest fraud scammers in world football. That football club, as big and as historic as it is a. I hate them. I hate those guys. I hate everything about them. The kids look ugly. You know what I'm saying? They disgust me. Whatever it is, those guys are not it. That club has been causing me stress since 2009. I hate them, bro. They piss me off. They held up the entire transfer window this season. Did you guys realize? They have single-handedly held up every single transfer. People waiting on to see what Rafinha is going to do. People waiting to see what Lewandowski is going to do. Now they managed to convince Jules Kounde to wait a week so they can have more money to buy him. And they still... Kessie still isn't registered in La Liga, bro. Kessie still isn't registered in La Liga. But they're making signings. You know how many unregistered players these guys have? They're getting away with murder, bro. Murder. No, Jules Kounde look like he's going. I've been told by a lot of people, hey, boys, don't worry. He's coming to the bridge. Don't worry, you'll see braids in the back line soon. Don't worry, you're gonna see him, guys. We're doing KKT, Koulibaly, Kounde, and Thiago. This is what I'm hearing. I know all of a sudden I'm seeing guys saying Jules Kounde is waiting on Barcelona. Sevilla has prioritized Barcelona bid over Chelsea bid. All Sevilla had to do was give Chelsea the green light, bro. We agreed personal terms. We agreed club terms. We submitted a $55 million bid. But
dollars now. Wow.
Yeah.
Dollars?
Exclusive.
Sorry, we have an American owner, bro. You have to understand. We're trying to work it out.
I know it was more than that, bro.
55 million pounds.
Euros. Go Euros.
55 million pounds. We submitted that, bro. We submitted that. Sevilla to give Chelsea the green light. They haven't given us the green light. Kounde, now he believes that you know, the thing is, Barcelona has been shit for the past 3 years. Yeah? 3 years. So now players think that they can go there and be a part of the change. Let me set the narrative. I was the reason why Barcelona is back to where it is. Because a lot of these guys that are playing for Barcelona now, they would never be, let's be real, you'd never see Christensen in a Barcelona jersey if this is Barcelona from 5-6 years back. You wouldn't see Adama Traore wore the Barcelona jersey this year, guys.
He came from their academy, though.
Sorry, can I just say, do you know what I'm loving seeing? I'm loving seeing the fact that fucking Eric Garcia and Ferran Torres, who wanted to leave the Premier League champions. Oh, it's fine, man. Let them. I hope they fucking rot in hell.
Wow, is that deep?
Well, with Garcia it is. With Ferran, not so much. With Ferran, it's a little deep. Maybe not hell. With Eric Garcia, fuck the snake. No snakes on our plane, bro. Fuck off to Barcelona. Yeah, real talk, bro.
The bombs, bro.
You know what? Everyone, you know what? You can't even banter Chelsea too much for Barcelona taking the player from them, because it's just, at this point, Barcelona are just pulling out rabbits out of a hat. And Kaz, I know you wanted to go on.
But you know what? I go. Just look, Bias. I'm respectfully right. I'm not. It's not obviously not you, but Chelsea in the Roman era, Chelsea have bullied their fair share of other teams as well when it comes to transfers. Remember when what was his name? The Brazilian guy who used to play for you. We were in for him. Then all of a sudden, Spurs beat us to him. He was supposed to have a medical, and then instead of showing up for the medical, he put them lot on hold and went to Stamford Bridge, did his medical there, and from them, right? Over the years,
Jorginho with us as well.
Barcelona need to do what's right for them, and ultimately, it's a dog eat dog world, right? That's the way it goes sometimes.
I nearly had crispy duck last night, dog eat.
I mean, look, even with Rafinha, right? Arsenal, weren't they the first people to get the deal agreed with Leeds? I don't know if you agreed a fee. But it was almost agreed or something.
They were close, yeah.
And then
Right.
the whole all the talk was,
Bro,
all
we
the
put
talk
60
was
million on the table up front.
No, but the talk was that Chelsea were holding back, waiting for Arsenal to agree a fee, and then Chelsea would come in the last minute and nab him. So if you're going to do that, you got to take the rough with the smooth, right?
Bro, it's also been reported that Chelsea, reportedly from Fabrizio Romano, they had interest in last-minute hijacking of Richarlison. They considered a conversation with Gabriel Jesus, as reported by reports also. So Chelsea were looking at a lot of different options. I kind of don't know if Chelsea had a direct idea of who they wanted. They kind of just were looking at a lot of options to see what they could get this window. That's where I was confused in the strategy you guys were taking this window. But Kaz, you're gonna say something.
No, just the Kounde thing. You don't want Chelsea. Facts. Because Chelsea offered £55 million, yeah? And it's already been reported that Barcelona can't match the £55 million offer. And yet Sevilla are waiting for that.
Bro,
Come on, man.
It's all right, Cass, does Jong want United?
Anyways, long story short, they can't actually make they can't make an official bid anyways until they get player sales, whether it's the Depay or who's the other guy they're trying to sell, Dest or anybody alike or De Jong, obviously.
Well, they don't.
So they can't actually make the bid.
Actually,
yeah. Oh, I don't know.
You know what? I think this is a good segue. Let's talk about De Jong, bro, because we were going to talk about
let's.
Kaz, what's going on with De Jong? And I'm genuinely asking.
I know as much as you and everybody else when it comes to reading up on the relevant stuff. Like I said, they owe him £17 million, and that's all. As far as we know, that's the only thing that's holding up the deal. The money's there; it's been agreed. It's just that's all it's going to go towards. We've been playing him centre back.
Do you think he would take the pay cut? Because in my opinion,
no, he's already said no.
He said no, right? Okay.
And Xavi apparently called him and said no.
Okay, so he's not going to take the pay cut. The reports are coming out that
he shouldn't take the pay cut. He absolutely shouldn't take the pay cut. Ultimately, he deferred his wages from the pandemic, so that when their wages that you've played for, their wages that you've earned, and you'll say, okay, you've got a cash flow problem. You don't have to pay me now, but you do owe me that money. That is that's legally his money. Now, unless United can and Barcelona come to some agreement,
we already have.
Yeah, on the deferred money as well,
guys. Yeah,
what if they pay him the 17 million and then they agree a new contract with him on lesser terms? Do you think he would be dumb enough to do that?
Think about it like this, yeah. The Lewandowski and the rest of it, they only offered 9 million contract, 9 million, I think, pounds or euro contracts, right? That's the max. That's the max they're offering players. So Lewandowski's on £9 million per year. That is it. You telling me, yeah, Lewandowski and the rest of them that have just come are going to accept a new contract that's around like 12, 13, 40 million pounds? I don't think so. You know how much they owe him next year going forward? I think they owe him like 400 odd grand per week. So that is, it's rising to that. They need to get rid of him and they need to pay. Like we've already given seven. So off the bonuses in terms of the initial fee. So that's where the restructure came. We offered them £7 million extra in the initial fee so they can pay off obviously some of the millions instead that was agreed upon, apparently. Now they owe him, let's say, another £10 million. They just don't want to fork out until the last minute. Barcelona are doing this on purpose, and it's all in their hands at the end of the day, and that's it.
This is the criminals thing, right? When you've got a wage structure which is so out of whack with what's reasonable, when you're trying to roll that back and you're trying to restructure and get people to agree different salaries and stuff, it's very difficult because, again, these people, like for De Jong, is not just entitled to that 17 million he's owed in back money. He's also entitled to that money going forward for the rest of his contract. If he gives that up,
there's also another key point in this, though. If they do sell De Jong, Dabs, are you worried that they're going to turn their attentions to Bernardo Silva?
Here we go.
No, I'm not even trying to banter. I'm just trying to say.
Look.
This is at
the beginning of this conversation, Bice said, "Do you realise that Barcelona?" And yes, they've held up the whole fucking transfer window. One way or another, we can link every single one of our clubs to Barcelona. It's funny. I laugh about it because a month and a half ago, they wrote to UEFA complaining about City and the way City handle business. It's fucking hilarious. While they owe us money, while they owe players that honestly, when did PK join them?
Years ago, bro. 2008 or
they're
9.
going to give him part ownership of the stadium. That's what they're.
Oh,
gonna do.
honestly,
2010.
it's all mental. But you know what? This is the thing. It's the world of football, and it is what it is. And yeah, I do think I'm surprised the media have not made more of this whole De Jong, United, Bernardo Silva, City circle that is. Yeah, because it's
De
very
Jong
easy. My daughter could put that together. To be frank with you, it's like now they don't play identical positions, but they are both. Like Cats, we've said on shows before when people have asked. I think if they really want Bernardo Silva and Bernardo Silva really wants to go, and they came in with a bid that I'll explain in a minute, I think Pep would go to Bernardo Silva. One last conversation. Look, is there no way we're convincing you to stay here? And he's like, no, I really want to go. I think if they'd offered something like 25 million and De Jong, or 20 million De Jong, 30 million, whatever it is, I don't know the exact numbers. I think Pep would go, okay, it's not like for like, but he is a central midfielder, and it's a central midfielder that can play my style of football, and it's better than having to delve into when knowing we've got Gundogan and potentially Bernardo Silva going anyway next summer. Yeah, you know what? We've got a player that doesn't want to be here. Let's take it. Fuck it. Let's take it. And I still think in there, the Bernardo Silva thing, whether we'll ever know as a football community or not, I do think it's relevant because although they're not the same positions, they are two central midfielders that like are pivotal to both clubs. So if they can't get Bernardo Silva, they might go, do you know what? If we can't get Bernardo, let's keep De Jong. Or if we can, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if in August Fabrizio Romano or probably him, to be fair, drop something where Bernardo Silva and but if I'm being honest now, I think it's got to a point now where Bernardo Silva stays for one more season, and I think he goes next summer. And I think City might have even had the conversations and said to him, "Look, one more season for us to get ready for this. We get it. You want to go? We're men of our words. You can go next summer with Gundogan." But I think. Look, I'd be worried if it gets to August and we still ain't got a left back and Bernardo Silva then says, I'm definitely going. Our whole transfer window's foiled.
It's a funny one, though, Daps, isn't it? Because Pep's not one generally to keep players against their will. And Bernardo's been linked to moves away. I think he was linked to a move away last summer as well. Like there's been rumblings of him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's kind of late to be looking at him leaving now. I think you're right. I think somehow, one way or the other, they'll probably have a gentleman's agreement saying, look, if you really want to go next summer, you can go. Then we'll have plenty of time to get in a replacement, plenty of time to bring in someone else to replace Gundogan and maybe other. It makes sense. Do
you know what it is? It's almost like in this situation, it's the perfect example of how professionals deal with professional footballers, professional managers, professional clubs deal with things. That they can have that agreement, have that discussion and go, yeah, we get it now. Because you wanted to go last season. You actually put in possibly the season of your career last season. And we get it. You want to go, but you know what? We're not quite ready yet. Give us one more year and we will honour what we're saying. You can go wherever you want. We will.
That also keeps them motivated for next season, for this upcoming season as well, right?
Dabs, you know who would love this to happen? Like losing such an important player in your team, like Bernardo Silva. Obviously,
perfect segue here.
Obviously, Liverpool and City are fighting for the title, but you also have Tottenham trying to creep in also. So if something happens to upset the apple cart, you've already lost Mane at Liverpool, you lose Bernardo Silva at City. Is that enough?
No.
Alan, what are you saying?
Alan, is that
Alan,
enough
grow some big
disruption to have the conversation to say Tottenham could squeeze in and possibly overtake one of you two?
Alan?
No, not just yet. No. The way things are looking in pre-season, the way everyone's looking sharp, fit, whatever, like it all looks really good. But like I said earlier on, that doesn't normally equate into the season, so things can go wrong. Definitely not in the title race. I think from everything that's going on, it's a good indication that we're going to be surpassing Chelsea. I think Arsenal are going to be there or thereabouts, but I think we're going to get third and I think we're going to close the gap because I think, Arsenal are improving, Spurs are improving. To take more points off of Man City and Liverpool, I don't think it's going to be. For me,
take maximum points off of us anyway.
Well, that was last season. With this for a new season, so like I said, I won't go on about that until it happens this season, but it will happen. But yeah, we shall see. I think Spurs can be third comfortably. People are saying, "Oh, but then get used to it because Conte is going to be gone after this season." But if we're giving him what he wants and the team performs and he does well and wins trophies, why won't he stay an extra season? So I just think this is obviously this was meant to be a crucial summer for Spurs this season, and we've done it early and got the players in we need. And this is going to be a crucial season. Now, this is the first season so far. Well, people are saying we need another left centre back and maybe an attacking midfielder.
You do.
With the defender, I reckon we do. The attacking midfielder, where would he fit into Conte's system? Because it's quite clear 3-4-3, and you've got two midfielders. You won't have an attacking midfielder there. But, this is for me, this is one of the first seasons I can say that it's not going to be back down to the Spurs board and the owners, because they've actually given the players that's been wanted. So this is all on Conte and that team now. There's no more hiding. There's no more, it was down to the board or anything like that. It's down to the team and the manager. And we've got a world-class manager and a really good squad. Why can't we finish third? Why can't we win a trophy?
Why can't you win the league?
Alan, this is where I bring everyone in.
Too far a gap at the moment to bridge.
This is where I bring everyone in, and I also include the business you've done this window. And my question to everyone is, basically, since we are going to be rating everyone's transfer window, we're going to start with Tottenham, since they've done a lot of business this window. They brought in Perisic, Fraser, Forster, Bissouma, Richarlison, Lenglet, and Djed, Spence. So that's the first team we're going to rate out of 10. What do you guys think so far on Tottenham's transfer window? Sorry, AK's in the house too. AK, welcome, bro.
Yes, guys. How's everyone doing?
You just made it for the review. We're going to be now doing the review of the window so far. So Tottenham's window so far, guys. What do you think? I'm going to start with you, Dabs. What do you think about Tottenham's window? Dabs, you there?
Sorry, I thought you said Cass. Tottenham's window. Oh, interesting one. 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I think it's been a good window, but to get them to where they want to be, I think two more players at the right level, and it might move up to maybe even a 9. But they need two more players. It's going to be very difficult, in my opinion, for them to achieve.
Boom. Alan, what are you rating Tottenham's window out of 10?
I would have had it about 7. There is like the left centre back. And then obviously, like people are saying, a great midfielder. I think though we're on the bit where how many is too many? Will that start upsetting things? I would have got sorted out the left centre back area first, because that is where the amount of times we got caught out the back, it was balls whipped in. So for me, that is a problem area still. I remember Southampton scored 2 late goals against us at our home, and they were 2 whipped in balls, and it's because the centre-backs were all over the place, and it happened against Wolves as well. So that's a problem area. Lenglet, is he going to be the answer? I don't know. Perisic came on against Rangers. People were saying he's old, but I still think he's a quality player. I think he's still in good condition as well. Like, he's not got any problems, so I think he'll be fine. Backup striker to Harry Kane, which we've had some before, but none of them, the managers have never trusted them when they've come on. I think Conte, spending 60 million, I think Conte will trust Richarlison as to give Kane less minutes, to be able to sub him off earlier and not run him into the ground like Poch did. Not slating Poch, but Poch didn't like to bring Harry Kane off. Same with other managers, Mourinho now. He needs more to come off earlier on in games that we're winning comfortably. So, I mean, all the ingredients are there. Spence, good young right back. Only time will tell if he can do it in the Prem. Bissouma, I think, is going to be an absolute animal in the midfield. And we already had quality that came in at the end of last season. Romero, so we've got a very good squad. That's what I'm saying. We have to do bits this season on the pitch, no more hiding. But I'll go with that 7.5. I'll change to that.
AK, what are you saying?
Oh, sorry. I'm still getting used to the setup here, but no. The transfer window is about addressing what you need. It's not about the name of the players that you buy. It's not about it's about buying specific profiles that fit a specific system in positions that you need players in. And I think if we know anything about Antonio Conte, the players that he's brought in all fit that profile of an Antonio Conte player kind of thing. So I still think that left-sided centre back is a big damning thing. If it's the fact that going into the window, I would have assumed that was one of their main positions to fill, and they haven't been able to fill it with the kind of quality that I expected them to fill it with. I think that takes it down a little bit. So for me, I'll go with just a straight 7. I think they've done very well in addressing the specific areas, and yeah, I'm giving it a solid 7, man. They've done good work in this window so far, but at the same time, you don't want to bring too many people in because, as you said, it does upset the squad chemistry. It does start to upset other players that assume that they still had a shot. So, yeah, man, big up to what's his name, Perisic, because he's done well this window. So let's see where Antonio Conte can take it from there.
There you go.
By the way, sorry I'm late as well, man. I was just traveling, so I was trying to make it, but yeah.
Wallahi, bro, don't worry, man. I completely understand. Sometimes things can pop up last minute. What are you saying, Kaz?
Replace Eric Dyer as a 10 window.
Oh, okay. So they get one more center back. It's a 10.
Yeah, it's a 10 window. What else do you need? I'm not joking. They got everything they need. Like, not everything, but as a window, because you can't get everything done in one window. But we're talking about the one window. It's a 10, bro. Eric Dyer's the weak link at the back.
Nothing is ever a 10. Nothing's ever a 10.
It's a 10 window for them. But what's it called? Eric Dyer is fucking shit. Like, that's all I can say, innit? He's just bad. I don't know why they haven't replaced him. I'd rather have Lenglet than Ben Davies than have Dyer at the back. But it's what it is.
Okay. Moving on to Rack. What are you saying?
Yeah, I think 7's fair. Look, I think they've bought good players. I don't necessarily think they've increased the quality of the first team, the players who are going to play the majority of minutes that much. I think Bissouma is going to be interesting because obviously he was great for Brighton, but Spurs, when you're playing Champions League football and when you're playing at a higher level in the Premier League, it'll be interesting to see what you can do. I still think there's a question mark when you come in and playing that bigger stage. But they've done good business. And 7. I think 7. And we'll get to know better if they start performing. Then it could transpire that it becomes an even better window than we think. But let's see.
The thing with Conte last season is he said the amount of times he looked at that Spurs bench and didn't want to make a sub because there was just no quality there. So that's a massive plus that we've sorted that problem out. I think 2 players would start. I would have 2 players start from what we've brought in, Bissouma and Spence, because the other right wing backs are just not good enough. They've shown last season. People hype Doherty over 6 performances at the end of the season. What they smoking? But I would have them 2 start, and then you could argue, Perisic as well will start for me as well as left wing back. So I think you do have 3 places, 3 positions improved. As well as what, like I said,
what's it been like in the pre-season now? Has it been those 3 guys coming in from the start, or is it?
Well, no, Bissouma hasn't played purely for the fact is that he had COVID. Him and Fraser Forster. Perisic had to just overcome an injury for the end of last season, so he got his first minutes against Rangers. And Spence has only just signed, so his first minutes were against Rangers. But I would assume, from what I've seen in just those little bits and all that, they would be the preferred choices at those positions, and for me it would be Bentancur in the middle as well.
I'm just going to say this at this moment in time, I can't hate. I'm going to give Tottenham an 8 for their window so far, but of course if they can get
okay.
I'm going to be honest, bro. If you can get a center back and you can get another player that in a needed area to give you more squad depth, that's pretty much a 10 out of 10 window. But of course if you get a center back, that brings it up to a 9. Let's go to Chelsea, but just before we do that, Bice, what's your rating on Tottenham? Bice, you there? Oh, you're on mute.
You don't want to rate Tottenham, I get it.
He doesn't talk about Tottenham.
Listen, man. I have Malang Sarr. He's a good left-footed centre-back. If you need a left centre-back, I can send Malang Sarr.
Don't do this again, bro. Don't do this again, please. Don't do this again.
Malang Sarr is available. I mean, we saw the video. Sterling asked him what position he played. He said centre-back. There's your answer.
Sterling's even asking him. That's mad.
Antonio Conte, come right in. Get this guy. But I'll give it a 7. I'll give the window a 7.5.
Okay.
They addressed some places that they needed to. You have guys coming in that's going to slot in the first team now. Those guys that had sporadic good performances, they can still have them, but coming off the bench now, it's less pressure on them. They can play freer. Harry Kane, gunman, he's found his form. He looks completely out of shape, and he bagged 2 goals in like 10 minutes the other day. Like, it's ridiculous. So I'd say they have a 7.5 window.
Okay, boom. And I'm going to start with you, since you are a Chelsea fan, of course. You guys haven't done much business yet. You've gotten 2 big signings through the door with Raheem Sterling and Koulibaly.
Raza, Mike.
Your big signings. You 33 million pounds on Koulibaly, top center back. 47.5 million on Raheem Sterling. What do you rate your window out of 10 before we go to everybody else? And people in the comment section, give us your ratings as we go along. But we're going on Chelsea now. But
4.
yeah, 4?
4.
Simple. Why
4.
is that? Only because not enough.
We got. Listen, there's no doubt in the quality of players that we got in, but we haven't gotten anybody out. The transfer policy looks all over the place. There's no clear direction with the players that we're linked to. We can't look at these names that we get in and we say, at least I can see where, you know what I'm saying? With Kounde, we say, all right, obvious right centre-back option, you know what I'm saying? But we haven't been linked to anybody else. We saw a link for like Milinkovic-Savic, and then it died off like a week after it being, you know what I'm saying? We haven't done anything. We got Raheem Sterling in. We lost some first-team centre-backs. We only got 1. We lost 2. We need 1 more. You know what I mean? We haven't addressed the midfield at all. Conor Gallagher, he looks good. Ampadu, he looks good, but these aren't starters. Like, we need
like canapes, bro.
No,
let me just ask you
it's
something.
like a 3. A 3. The quality
let
of players.
me ask you something simple, boys. What would you need for it to be a passing? What would you need for this to be like a passing grade?
Wing back cover and a creative winger.
Okay, simple.
Another creative attacker, because we see where these guys can't create nothing. We have so much finishers and nobody to create anything up top. Like Reece James can whip balls in from the right all he wants, bro. Then I mean, it's only going to go in a certain amount of times.
Okay. Anybody here giving Chelsea a passing grade for those signings of Koulibaly and Raheem Sterling?
Not right now. They need to do more.
Okay. So we'll start with AK. AK, what are you saying? Chelsea, what are you giving them?
It's a tough one, but yeah, they ain't addressed. I don't think they've even made up for what they've lost yet, to be honest. So Koulibaly, as good as he is, they did lose quite a number of players, and they were already in need of players as it was. So at the moment, Chelsea's transfer window is looking like a 3, man, and that's what happens when you let Barcelona bully you every single week for a different player. When you let Barcelona take your players, when your owner flies out all the way to Barcelona to go have a Big Mac, and then he comes back and he gets more players stolen off him. It's just embarrassing at this point, man. Chelsea need to pack it in and go home.
Wallahi, I never thought I would see AK getting onto Chelsea. Usually he's very complimentary.
You know what? Yeah, since we're here, can I just say something real quick? Chelsea fans were telling me that the owner went to Barcelona. They were telling me the owner landed in Barcelona and he went to link up with Laporte and whatnot. And they told me that he was there striking deals. And he came back empty. Not only did he come back empty-handed, the 2 targets that he had in mind that he was signing from what Dembele and Rafinha both got signed off him. And then he came back and lost Kounde to them as well, whilst giving them Christensen, Alonso. Like, it's boring, man. You lot need to pattern up. This is emotional abuse. This is why I don't like Barcelona.
Have you guys seen the picture of what people have done? They're like, I don't need to have sex. Chelsea get messed up by what's it called? Barcelona every day. Obviously, I didn't quote it word for word. But
AK was late, but landed in a fucking.
That was savage.
Landed in first. He landed in first class very quickly.
Have you seen this?
Ooh.
Oh my days.
Oh, wow.
Anyways,
I
enough
can't lie
about
to you. When everyone thought Barca stole, when everyone thought Chelsea stole Rafinha from Arsenal, no one could keep their mouth shut. So
Yeah,
can we
true.
show that same energy to Chelsea Football Club, because they have legitimately been getting abused by Barcelona at will. All I'm saying is, if anyone ever told my owner to come all the way out to Barcelona and then made him walk away empty-handed, it's beef, bro. I'm never forgiving that football club. So, guys, I need you to ride out on Barca or something, bro, because this can't run. They're just doing you lot dirty for fun.
We're gonna get to United soon, so we're gonna have to find out about Frankie De Jong from.
Maybe I'm the wrong guy to be saying all of this as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say
Carry
nothing.
on,
Hey, do you know what? I just can't. It's not. Well, we've done United already. Yeah, good.
Nope.
No, we haven't. United's last. Kaz, do you want to make a quick one, just so we can move fast?
I don't need to take. It's a 3, innit? They need 2 attackers and a midfielder to make it a 10 for this window alone. Anyways, nothing more. Maybe another centre back as it goes to make it a 10. In there, centre back, 2 attackers and a centre mid. That's all I can really say for them. I don't think they're going to get all of that done over the line by the end of August. Keep getting robbed. So
I'll give what Bice gave. I'm going to give a 4. I'm just going to say this is unlike Chelsea to be unprepared, but the new ownership definitely is showing that it's messing up stuff. What about you, Rack? What are you saying?
Yeah, look, 3.5. They need another centre back because it's a long season. Thiago Silva is another year older. I have question marks over Koulibaly. He's been great, but Napoli fans have been questioning him. So I would still say another centre back, a DM for sure, and then another wide forward. And they've all got to be starters pretty much, and that's going to cost a shitload of money.
Boom. Alan's having some connection issues. So Dabs, what about you? And you're saying you have to jump out soon. So
Yeah. So if I could do them all real quick. So Chelsea, just quickly, I'm not going to be as harsh and do like a 3 or a 5. I think the 2 signings they've made, good signings, but we knew coming into this window, this was a window where, unfortunately, new owners and they have to do the most business. They've had 2 very good centre-backs leave, right? All right, maybe if he switches to 4 at the back, that would mean they don't need to buy just as much. But
very good centre-back and one.
Koulibaly is very good, but they need one more very good centre-back, right?
Hitchens is not a good centre-back.
I do believe they also need cover for, at very least, one of their fullbacks, at very least, potentially both. I mean, how good their central midfielders are right now is uncertain. Kante's on a decline. Kovacic is good. Jorginho, debatable. Will Gallagher get in? Don't know. Don't think they want Gilmore. Loftus-Cheek is actually now starting to get old, so he's not the best up-and-coming youngster anymore. And the main one is, look, Sterling, I've spoken it a million times. I'm bored of speaking on it. Sterling is currently a 200 grand a week player, and it's a good signing. To turn Sterling into the Sterling of 2-3 years ago, a 300 grand a week signing, you need a striker. If you don't do that, all you've got ultimately is a sensational professional footballer that will listen to your manager and will do everything he's instructed, and will probably be a 200 grand a week player, and he'll probably start getting pissed off, start putting it on certain people at Chelsea that I've come here expecting this, and this, and you're not giving me it. He'll lead the youngers, but he needs a fucking gunman up top. And until they get that, he's not going to be a 300 grand a week player. But based on this, the 2 signings they have made are good signings, but they now need to get it over the line and stop fucking about. Like, maybe he needs to hire some people to go and help him out. You know what? Levy took about a month to get that Forest done over the line. But at least he's done. They need some more men to start getting active. Otherwise, they're not going to be ready for the season.
And your Dabs, before you go, just give us your take on City's window out of 10.
I mean,
right
now.
Just give us a rating and what you think about what needs to be done to get a 10.
Get a left back and keep Bernardo Silva, and we have a 9 out of 10 transfer window. I'll never give a 10 out of 10 ever, but if we get a left back and keep Bernardo Silva, 9 out of 10.
Okay, what do you think about Liverpool's?
7.
It's crazy because it looked like you guys were looking at each other.
I feel like Liverpool haven't overly dropped off or nothing. I just think it's a they haven't gone and bought dickhead squad players, which is what sometimes people do when they're in a title race. We've done it before. 7 out of 10. I mean, and I could be wrong, and Nunez could bag like he did the other day, and then I'd say I was in the wrong, and it's a 9 out of 10 or something. I think Carvalho is a central midfielder. Give him a year. Next year, he might be better than he was. So, yeah. And Arsenal, probably about 8.
That's the thing. We'll only really know the scores after these players have started playing and after they've started delivering or not, as the case may be. So
yeah,
United's just starting their window, so you're going to give them a 5 or a 4. What are you thinking?
Right. So this isn't their preseason. This is their transfer window. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Our transfer window ain't started yet, bro. We've been held hostage
but
by
this is relevant.
well.
I think United have had a good preseason.
You still signed 3 players, AK. Don't sell yourself short.
But they need so many, bro. They played all their cards. Yeah. I think their transfer window is at absolute best. Average. Now I can't even do 6, 5.5.
Yeah, it's an average.
But their preseason has been encouraging for them. Very encouraging for them. Preseason has been very, very good for them.
Yeah, and just speak on Haaland quickly. Haaland's goal, everything. Were you hyped?
Bro, I was very happy, very happy. You know what it was? It wasn't even just a Haaland goal. It was the fact that it was a De Bruyne pass to Grealish and a Grealish simple cutback to Haaland. It was
that
the way
cutback there. We will see that so many times this season. On whether it's on the left or the right, that ball across the face of the box, and Haaland will always be there. Well, I think that's going to be a deadly weapon for City if teams don't know how to cope with it.
When they left the pitch, it was Haaland, Grealish at half time, and one other player, can't remember who it was. And Grealish said to the other player, he said, "That's what I was telling Haaland. Make those runs, and I'll put them on the plate for you." Ultimately. And this is the thing I said earlier on a different show. Based on the fact that it looks like Grealish may well be our main wide left player this season, and Foden might drop a bit deeper. Based on the fact we have Haaland or Álvarez stepping in, Grealish needs to be 20 GA this season.
Wow.
That's not difficult. If it's all
no, it's not. It's not over the top, bro. It's fair. It's fair. No. In the league. In the league.
Oh, I thought you said all clubs.
No, bro. Listen, last season without a striker, we scored the most goals in the top 5 leagues in European football without a striker.
Raz was 20 GA in the league last year.
Bro, thank you. Now, if Raz can do it,
washed and finished though.
Bro, if Raz, no one said that. No one's ever said he was washed and finished. That's the narrative you man will come with, but no one said he's washed and finished. But who?
I'm Raz's biggest defender in
No,
life,
we've never said that, bro. We've been very respectful to Raheem. We've been real but respectful. But you want to go with that narrative, it's fine. You're going to need that narrative this season, no problem. But what I'm saying is, if Raheem can do it, yeah, Grealish for 100 million needs to step up. Now he has Haaland and prove that he can do it. It's a simple cutback. De Bruyne is giving you the perfectly weighted ball for you to just literally cut it back. That's it. And Haaland will eat it. So 20 GA from Grealish. We have to go with it. But otherwise, are we not being a bit biased? And I don't want to be a biased fan. I expect Grealish 20 GA this season in league.
Facts. No, I agree with you. 100%. Big up and I think he's more than capable of doing it as well.
Yeah, you've seen today.
Big up Dabs, bro. You already know what it is.
Love everyone. Nice. It's Wednesday, bro. It's Wednesday. I was just with Mandem. It's not till Wednesday. I promise.
Oh, it's not till Wednesday.
No, it's not till Wednesday.
Birthday, then.
But I'm in Portugal.
Guys, go follow him on Never the Foul. Go follow him on all his socials at MU.
Never the Foul.
We just let a gal go with it, man.
Yeah, allow me. Yo, you need to get Soups to call me, man. You need to get Soups to call me. We need to talk business. But yo, big up.
Say no more. But bless everyone. Have a good show. And people, 145 in there. Make sure you smash the like and see all.
Enjoy vacation.
Bless.
Have a good one, Daps. Big up, man.
Yeah, Daps.
All right, so guys,
now that he's gone, can I just say, sit your fucking shit.
Okay, let's not get the channel demonetized today. But
you gotta get demonetized for saying effing shit.
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes they do.
YouTube allows, man.
Yeah, YouTube, let us live, man. We just want to live life. Live your life.
No, big up Daps, man, each and every time.
Man City, is there anyone here giving Man City less than a 8?
Bro, it's a 9 straight up.
I was going to say 7.
Huh?
7.
Yeah.
Why?
Are you mad?
Who have they bought in again?
Bro,
Calvin
they bought
Phillips,
Haaland.
Haaland, Álvarez.
8.5, 9.
and Álvarez, and they're gonna bring in Cucurella, and they might.
They haven't bought him in yet, so basically, I'm basing it on what they've done. So that's why I said 7.
They
Cucurella
got
for me,
Haaland, Alan.
Cucurella for me jumps
so
up to
when
a
they
9.
get Cucurella, what is it?
9.
Okay.
I rate Cucurella so much. I wanted him at Spurs.
You see, I picked 8 because I felt like everyone would say Man City is one of the most well prepared teams out of the top 6 this season.
Love, okay.
Okay, so everyone has gone 8 and above, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 to 9. 8 to 9 for City.
Yeah, I'm giving them a 8.72618. That's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, this is gonna be
don't tell me to repeat that number because I don't remember what it was.
This is gonna be
8.72118.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna start with Liverpool, and since we're also including outgoings in these, also obviously, so they did lose Mane. So I'm just gonna say base.
Now it's including outgoings.
No, it was always
It's
including
been
outgoings.
set up perfectly for me to say it's a 6.2 for Liverpool.
No. I was gonna start. Anyone saying Liverpool's window with Darwin Nunez coming in, Calvin Ramsay, and Fabio Carvalho is less than a 6.
Do you know what it is though? Actually, I can't be unfair here and say I can't judge it on just the names, because if I was to judge it just off the names, 2 of them I have no idea who they are. Let me just put that out there right now. I mean, one of them I have a clue who he is, but I'd be lying if I said I know what they do, what they're good at, or what they're bad at. So to be honest, the only one that I'm judging here with who walks into that first team, that starting 11 is Nunez, and boy, not the biggest fan, but at the same time, not the biggest hater on the planet. If Klopp can integrate him into a system, by the time the season starts, I'll say their window could still be a 7 or an 8, because I mean, actually, no, it can't, because of the midfielder. Liverpool's lack of a midfielder will never, unless they sign a midfielder, they can't get more than.
Carvalho looks good though.
No, I'm sorry, man. Unless they sign a box to box, and I think Liverpool fans will agree with me here. A box to box is needed, especially a creative box to box is needed at Liverpool, in my opinion. If they get that midfielder, it's not about how many players you bring in the transfer window. It's about if you fill all the holes in your team. And if they were to bring in that midfielder, I think Liverpool would have filled all the holes in their team, and I would have no choice but to give them an 8 or a 9. But that lack of a midfielder at the moment won't let me give them more than a 5.5. Personally, as good as Nunez could be, I think a midfielder is very, very important with what they have at the moment.
I'm just gonna get mine out of the way. I fully agree with AK, but in the same breath, I feel like the quality of the players. I'm looking at that based on the fact that we're looking at the transfers and we're judging the quality of the player. They're pretty much unknowns in Calvin Ramsay.
Well, I mean, they're signing 2 backups, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Be a backup. You got Fabio Carvalho. We're gonna have to see how he performs and if he can take a step up. And Darwin Nunez, heavy pressure on him with that price tag. I think Liverpool's window is at 6 or 5. You can pick either number. I honestly do believe it's a toss up between that for me. But let's go to the Liverpool fan. Rack, how are you feeling?
Look, would I have liked a top class midfielder? Look, everyone wants top class players for sure. And I would have. I think we ideally would have needed a midfielder last summer. I said that last summer. I think we needed a defender, midfielder, and attacker, and we didn't. We only got a defender last summer. So I would have liked a midfielder, absolutely. But if we don't get him, we don't get him. I think 6.5 for this window so far is fine. I think Carvalho's been quite impressive in the games that he's played. Pre-season's pre-season. I can understand absolutely why people would have doubts, because Carvalho's never played in the Premier League as far as I know, or maybe he played the odd sub appearance when Fulham were up last time. So it's understandable if people have their doubts. But yeah, I think 6.5. I'm not too disappointed right now, but I'm still hopeful that there's talk of there being some movement on Ox, and if Ox does go, then I think we will bring in a midfielder. But we'll see.
Rax, you think that the whole idea that your fan base has that questioning this transfer window and questioning Klopp is almost like you're saying he's a bum or he should go or stuff like that? Because
The thing is, I don't think anybody realistically thinks that Klopp's given up on the league next season, right? Does anyone else thinks that Klopp's saying we're not capable of winning the league?
No.
You actually think he's admitted that and he's given up on it?
No.
Well, I don't think he has, but his comments recently don't.
I think he's going with the underdog mentality. I think he's going with the underdog mentality.
I think there's a bit of that, and I think
he's rubbing off on these managers, bro. This Pep guy with these cryptic. Nah, everybody's against me. I'm tired of these guys, bro. I'm tired of them.
Yeah, the thing is, I can understand. City had a very strong team last season. They've probably improved more than we have. And if people want to say that City are favourites over us, I kind of think that's what Klopp's saying more, that City are probably favourites. I just think that when we try to recruit, we only look to recruit very particular players. The Tchouaméni link, I think Tchouaméni had a very unique skill set, and I don't think that there was anybody else who had that same balance of be able to play an 8 and a more of a defensive, play more defensively as well. So when it didn't happen for him, I think Tchouaméni was definitely on our shopping list this summer, and we would have got him. And if we got him and Nunez, that would have probably been, and obviously the backup positions, that would have been our ideal window. Tchouaméni didn't happen, and I don't think there's anybody else who fulfills that same profile. Bellingham is a totally different type of player, but I think Bellingham would have been a target for next summer anyway.
What was your number that you'd rate it? 6.5?
6.5.
Okay. Kaz, let me go to you next, and then I'll go to Alan after.
Straight 6. It's no. Yeah, it's a straight 5.5. Now, we get the whole midfielder part, but what happens when Salah gets injured? Who's going right wing? Harvey Elliott? No, sorry. They need another right winger. They need a backup right winger, and they haven't got that for me. That would, if they bring in a midfielder, make it a 9. Bring in a backup right winger, make it a 10. There's not much else to talk on Liverpool. It's quite boring at the moment. Even probably for Liverpool fans, it's probably quite boring about the transfer. But he has said till they get rid of a midfielder, they can't bring in no midfielders. So if Ox does go to West Ham for the rumoured fee of like 10 million, I'm pretty sure you will see a midfielder come pretty much just like that.
There you go. Alan, final person to talk on Liverpool before we move on to the next topic.
For me, it's a 5. Nunez obviously as a striker is what you needed. Carvalho, young, but I think AK touched on it. Bits of him, you don't know how he's going to be. Arsenal fans have said numerous times they needed a midfield, needed to bolster the midfield. They haven't done that. Plus, their midfield is aging as well in regards to their backup. They haven't got the depth there. And same as what Cass said about their wing. If Salah does get injured, have they got as backup? So there's a couple more holes in what people think for Liverpool. Don't get me wrong, I think Nunez will do well, but for me, he's the only one that actually starts for that team that's come in. So I think you need to do a bit more business. If they don't get a midfielder in, then I don't understand what Liverpool are doing this summer, because it's quite clear that you need one.
There you go. We're going to move on to Man United next, because I think this is going to be a quick one. United haven't done all their business. So it's more or less going to be, what would they need to get to a 10? Because I think United right now are sitting at the halfway mark. You could say, anything more than a 5, I would need an explanation, I think, because they haven't made too many signings.
I'd say 6.
Why is that?
You have to look at not just what they had, but what they have now. Like Ten Hag, and like we're seeing Martial, like he's looking pretty decent. Like the system, how they're playing, like it as much as I hate those guys, but it's almost like every team I hate are actually looking good on the ball. Like it looks fluid. The play, barring Bruno Bozo in the ball from time to time.
Can I say something quick here? Jack, I'm not joking. Go. You can see. Put my thing up. Put the MEFC.cast. I'm not joking. Drop me a postcode. I'll give you my postcode, bro. I ain't even done nothing, bro. I've just had enough of your shit. Oh, you think I'm a joke, man? Like, just send me a postcode, bro, and let me see if you actually come up. I don't mind that.
This guy,
I don't mind it.
This guy just does this. He makes a new.
I know, but it's a joke. It's a joke, man. Honestly, like you want to talk about little you and all that, bro. You don't even talk like that, man. Come on, you're not from the ends like that. Like, allow it. You're boring. I'll give you a little bit of, publicity right now. Obviously, you're probably getting excited and all that kind of stuff. But do drop me your postcode and let it be genuine, or come and meet me at mine. I don't care, bro. I'll actually knock your shit out, bro. And I'll actually put boxing gloves.
Let's chill out, man.
Let's not get distracted. Let's not get distracted.
Anyways, moving on. Before we go any further, guys, I just wanted to do the United one quick. I'll let Kaz and AK speak on it. Anyone else have anything to say? Bice said his piece.
Oh, yeah. Martial made me bring it up to a 6 season.
Yeah, look, I think United's pre-season has been pretty good. I've been impressed with the way they've played, the little that I've seen. But business-wise, there's a lot of business to do. I'm going to refrain, but right now you'd probably say maybe like a 3 or 4, but they are going to do business because United will have money, and I'm sure they'll bring in decent players.
Okay, Alan?
Yeah, I'd have him about 4. Having Eriksen there is really good business for them because people saying about his heart condition, his age. You saw that after all that he came back, and for Brentford, he looked the part. He looked like he hadn't been away and all that, and he had the delivery and all that. I think he can still do it. So I think that's a really good signing for him. We'll see what happens thereafter for the rest of the season and all that, but rest of the summer. But I don't think it's that much just yet.
Okay. And I'll start with Kaz, and I'll finish off with the AK on the United bit. Kaz, what are you saying on United's transfer window? What do you need to get a 10?
It is a 5. It's a solid 5. There's nothing more to it. We've got profiles that we need. We need a left back. We need a centre back profile like Martinez as well. We talk about technical ballers as well. Eriksen is very much needed. You could say Van der Beek's like a new signing at that as well. But we need another attacker. We need a DM, and we definitely need a De Jong in our system without a doubt. It provides depth. It doesn't make it a solid 10 for me still, because we still need like a right back for me as well. And technically, we might not even. If Ronaldo goes, but if we're talking about now, obviously, but if Ronaldo goes as well, then you're going to talk about another striker. It's like we're lacking a bit of depth in the forward line. So it's a bit, I don't think even if we did get a DM, Anthony, let's say a right winger, or Michael Elise and a De Jong, I still don't even think it's a 10 out of 10 window, bro. Like that's the way I look at it, because we lack so much.
Boom. AK, what are you saying? To get United to a 10, what would you need?
In order for United to have even a chance of sniffing a 10, I can't even say what I want to say because I'm on YouTube. What they need to do is they need to remove Barcelona's genitalia from their mouth, take a step back, analyze the situation, and decide where they go from there. Because at the moment, they are getting absolutely effed up in every corner that they decide to look at. It's painful watching these lot try and negotiate. Listen, if Frankie comes in, and it's a big if at the moment, but hopefully it happens. If Frankie comes in, they go get me a number. Alan, stop laughing, please. You're gonna make me start laughing. And the number 6 comes in, and yeah, man, listen. There's no such thing as a 10 out of 10 for United. I'm sorry, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Okay,
it's impossible. There's nothing I can tell you here that will make United have a 10 out of 10 window unless they go get a right wing, a right back, a fucking CDM, a centre back, and then a backup one as well. Then they're not seeing a 10. It's impossible, and it's not going to happen. The most United can leave this window with, because our project is a 2-window project in my opinion, they can leave this window with a 6 if they go get themselves a 2 central midfielders or a central midfielder and a right back. Then they can leave here they can leave this transfer window with a respectable 6-7, and the other 3 they can make up next season. And of course, we don't know what's happening with Ronaldo. That could play a big part in everything. So just wait and see, man.
There you go. And then finally, guys, we're gonna finish off with
Alan. You can come back now.
we're gonna finish off with Arsenal. I'm gonna tell you guys this. We talk about this all the time, and I've said it numerous times. I think this window right now is a 7 out of 10. In order to get it to a 10 out of 10, we need to get at least 2 more players in areas where we need solutions. I don't think we're going to get a midfielder to back up Partey. That would make it like a outstanding window. But realistically, we've just given Elneny a new contract, and we have Lokonga, so we're not going to get that. We're not going to get another right back because we have Cedric, Bellerin, and this other guy, Norton Cuffy, that you guys don't know about. Bellerin's going to probably be sold, so Norton Cuffy is going to be the third choice right back. And then when it comes to, we need a wing depth to get more goals in this team, so get another winger in, similar to how we were going after Rafinha. We're now linked to Jared Bowen. Yeah, sounds crazy. I don't know if we're going to ever get Jared Bowen.
I see that, yeah.
I don't think that makes sense in the sense of technical ability-wise on what we need, but in the final third, he would be effective.
Good player, man. Good player. I mean, if you want a pure goal scorer, I think he'll do well. But
so simply put, if we can get a winger who can score goals, and Tielemans or another midfielder of the like a Lucas Paqueta and a winger, that would be a 10 out of 10 for me right now.
No way is that your 10 window, bro.
Right now, because we're not going
to. But we're just talking about Man United and agreeing ago about that the whole needed probably a major reboot on a squad like to make it a 10. Arsenal lack a lot as well, like you said. You need a DM more than you need a centre mid.
Okay.
Partey gets injured. Who's going to Xhaka?
Listen, Partey gets injured. If we will most likely be playing Elneny. It's a big drop off, but we just give him a new contract. There's no way we're now going to go sign another DM this window.
Mohamed Messi. Come on.
Loan him out or something, man. But I don't know, bro. You need a DM. You need a right back. You definitely need another sort of winger. And yeah, maybe you do need another centre mid. But
you're saying 4 is what
I feel like realistically you get another, because you went for Rafinha. I reckon you are targeting some sort of an attacker right now, and it clearly is there. You're targeting some sort of centre mid. I have to get, for me, if I just get my rating out of the way, I'm going to say 6 and a half.
I just wanted to let people know, guys. Please, for a second, just stop whatever you're doing. Check the link at in the chat right now. That's Alan's new channel, and we're gonna now go to Alan. Alan, talk to me. What are you gonna rate Arsenal out of 10? He's a nice guy, guys. Go check out his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. His channel right now has 33 subscribers. We have more than 100 people in the chat. Let's go get him past 100 subscribers right now, guys. But yo, Alan, go ahead. What are you gonna say? You're muted, bro.
Saying I'm a nice person, I'm just about to slander Arsenal. That's not very good, son, is it? No. I'll be honest. For me, Arsenal are at 7.5. I know people are saying about like they've bought in Marquinhos, who not many people have heard of, Silva, Vieira, who not many people have heard of. But then they've bought in people like Jesus and Zinchenko, and people are forgetting a bit of business in keeping Saliba as well. I think he's better than what they've got up like in the back. I think he's going to replace White. So I think that was crucial. They seem to fit what Arteta wants to do and the way he's playing football and the way he wants to do with his team. So I think it's better than what people are giving him credit for. So yeah, for me, a strong 7.5 out of 10, 7.5.
Okay. Sorry for spamming the chat, guys, but that's Alan's channel right there. Rack, what are you giving Arsenal's window?
7. So I'd give him 7 out of 10. I kind of agree with Kaz. Like, I think a wide forward and some additional depth in midfield would do you a lot of good. There are other areas which are maybe weak points, but I think if you can get that, I would put a fair amount that you could get top 4. But I think you'd probably only get one of those, which is a wide forward. But then again, it depends on who that wide forward is.
Okay. Next, yeah, that was me spamming the chat. Sorry, guys. AK, what are you giving Arsenal's window? Before we go, we're gonna be wrapping up in like a couple of minutes, guys. Sorry, went a little bit over time.
2 out of 10. Keep it stepping, man. Fuck Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko won't save you from the inevitable. Don't care. The best signing you guys have made this window, which is crazy. The best signing you guys have made this window is William Saliba. And he looks like he's serious. I can see the Saliba penitentiary has already started. and a couple of Bice's boys are on death row at the moment.
Fuck out of here.
So it's already a long day, man. No, seriously, I actually rate him very highly. I was part as well as far as what Arsenal have brought in. Gabriel Jesus, good signing. Can't hate on him again as much as I want to. Zinchenko, I think, will be your new starting left back. Kieran Tierney can spend more time in the hospital if it makes him feel better. Then you have a bunch of other youths that you bought that I don't know. Again, I'll keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I watched every game of the Portuguese league and try and tell you how good Vieira was, because I don't know who that brother is. So as far as I'm aware, Arsenal's window is a 7 out of 10. Again, the problem with Arsenal going into this window is the fact that they were always going to bring in the numbers. It was quality. That was the problem. Are they going to be able to improve? And I think you can go back to the show that we did just before the transfer window, and I said this. With Arsenal, it's not about how many people they bring in. It's about improving the quality in that team. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think Zinchenko improves your quality by that much.
Whoa. Zinchenko is levels above everybody.
Excuse me. You can defend your players in your own time. Let me land my point. Again, I don't think Zinchenko improves you technically as a team by that much. He does improve you, but not by that much. Gabriel Jesus improves you guys a lot in that front line. The fluidity he offers. He's off the ball work. He's on the ball work. So I think that was a very, very good signing for Arsenal. Overall, who else did you lot sign, by the way?
Fabio Vieira. We signed Fabio Vieira, Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, Marquinhos, and I think that's it. Oh, Matt Turner, but Matt Turner was in the January window. So
yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. No. That's about it. To be honest, Lisandro Martinez is a good signing for you guys as well. He'll fit right into Arsenal. Rafinha on that wing is going to be amazing for you lot as well. He'll be amazing. And also Serge Gnabry, I heard you lot signed him as well at one point in the window, so he'll be good on the right wing as well if you manage to deploy him properly. Is there anyone else that I missed out that Arsenal signed?
No, stop it, bro. You couldn't help yourself. Yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Kaz, big up for joining me, bro. As always, big up Rax for joining me. Big up Bice for joining me. AK.
By the way, guys, wallah, I am a hater. Let me just clarify this. I am a hater. When we talk about Arsenal and Liverpool, yes, I hate from the depth, from the bottom of my heart. It's hard to have an objective conversation. No,
but you know what?
Just
the days that we do catch you having an objective conversation, it does really work well. Anyways, what do we say? What are we saying for today? Alan, you want to let the people know about your channel quickly before we go?
Yeah, so can find me on the links in there. It's called Time Added On.
Way, you actually made a channel.
Predominantly Spurs, like catching up with all the action with the streaming of the games, and then thereafter, and then it's also going to cover other football topics that come up, all the big ones. So yeah, just go over, subscribe, and I'll be starting content shortly.
Boom. And we're going to be wrapping up. Big up to Alan. And yo, Kaz, do you want to tell the people where they can catch you?
Yeah, man. Never a foul. Trafford Tunnel all the time. Catch me on the terrace now. Catch me on the air. Catch me anywhere, man. Don't worry about it. Just not anywhere weird. Just if you're not going to think like that. That's all I can really say, man. But never the foul, as obviously a gal would say. Obviously, links in the description if you want to see me in Daps. Or catch me at Old Trafford. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Bice, you want to tell people where they can catch you?
Well, just follow me at Bice_876 on Twitter.com. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's where you find me more time in spaces, chatting foolishness, telling my fan base to calm down and avoiding Liverpool fans.
There you go. AK, you got anything to say before we go?
Technically, it is Monday, so I think I can say this without breaking any NDAs. Guys, I'm officially starting today, every Monday and Thursday. Let me just make sure that I can say this. It is Monday. I was told to hold the announcement till Monday. Technically, it is Monday. I'm not breaking anything. I'll be moving to BBC 5 Live every Monday and Thursday, starting from today. You can catch the links and everything on my Twitter. The details will be released later on today. But yeah, I've just signed with the BBC on to do 5 Live every Monday and Thursday.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wow, man.
Let's go.
Kaz, you got anything to say before we go? That's massive news. I don't know how you're gonna follow that.
Yeah, wicked, man. Look, first of all,
Sorry,
congratulations.
Rack. I didn't
AJ.
mean to put you in that position.
Yeah, that's huge news, man. Big up yourself, man. Well done. You can just catch me on Twitter, the Terrace here, and a few other places at Raxing1. That's it.
There you go. And big up everybody for joining us for the stream today. This has been an absolutely great stream. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. And I also have some special announcements. I'll be doing fantasy content for the first time on the channel, doing Premier League fantasy. You guys know I'm a big fantasy geek, so I'll be doing that. Also, I'll be having Dan Potts, well-known Arsenal fan, on tomorrow, special guest to discuss expectations for next season. And as you guys know, you can catch Vibes from the 6 every Sunday, and we'll be back next week, most likely on Sunday with the boys. So have a wonderful day, and big up to the panel for coming through.
Na 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 na.
We're out.
Na,
And you know what?
na, na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye now.
Oh, not this guy.
Let's get it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
have you not seen Alan recreating this video? I want to post it on my Twitter. Go check it out.